Hello and welcome back to my channel. As always, I am Matt from Cleveland Sex Therapy. I'm a licensed clinical therapist and certified sex therapist. In today's video, I wanted to talk about a topic that impacts a ton of penis owners, and that is erectile disorder, or as I like to call it, erectile disappointment. Due to poor sex education, toxic masculinity, and sex negativity, there's a ton of information that's passed on to penis owners, and I thought I would do my part to clear it all up and provide a different lens for how to view the penis and its functioning. Let's dive on in. First things first, let's define erectile disorder, erectile dysfunction, or ED. Most people think that if they lose their erection one time, it constitutes a diagnosis of ED. That couldn't be further from the truth. In reality, to have a diagnosis of ED, you have to fail to attain or maintain an erection 75% to 100% of the time you're interacting with yourself or another partner. Another key component, and one that I'm going to be talking about a lot in this video, is that losing the erection must cause psychological distress to the individual. As a therapist, due to the lack of sex education that penis owners receive, even losing an erection one time can cause so many different levels of distress and lead to penis owners reaching out to a doctor and being prescribed PDE5 inhibitors, which is what Viagra and Cialis are. The problem with that is that while for some men this may work in pumping more blood to the penis and getting an erection, for others it can do more harm and cause even more psychological distress if it doesn't work. Think about it like this. We can't put a Band-Aid over a bullet hole. Or, I mean, we can, but we're still gonna bleed out. It's not gonna work. We need to figure out what's going on mentally to then fix what's happening to us physically. All right, so there are many reasons why a penis owner may experience ED. From cardiovascular to psychological, let me run through a list real quick. Cardiovascular problems, low testosterone, poor diet, lack of exercise, past trauma, trauma to the pelvic floor area, neurological conditions, taking testosterone blockers, estrogen injections, anxiety, stress, depression, and poor communication, to name a few. So as you can see, there are many reasons why a penis owner may lose their erection. But for this video, I'm going to focus more on the psychological reasons why this occurs. I will say, if you are experiencing ED, always talk to your doctor and get your testosterone levels checked. If your testosterone levels are below 270 milligrams, you are considered to be having low T. And being that testosterone is our main sex-driving hormone, could be the reason why you are failing to attain or maintain an erection. So let's get to the heart of this video. One of the main aspects of therapy that I talk to clients about is that we need to look at the messaging we receive in this world. Toxic masculinity teaches men that they need to have a 14-inch penis, know what they're doing at all times when they're having a sexual encounter with somebody else, never lose their erection, be confident, make sure their partner achieves an orgasm, and have an orgasm themselves. This, along with the sex-negative message that you must have an orgasm and penetrate every single time for sex to be successful, can really put a ton of pressure on everyone to fit certain expectations and forgo the main reason why we have sex: to feel pleasure. Once you can change your view on the purpose of having sex, you will start seeing success in attaining and maintaining your erections. So how do we do this? Let's talk about the functioning of a penis real quick. First things first, your penis is not a dildo. It is perfectly natural for you to lose an erection through an erotic encounter. Once you can start getting comfortable understanding this concept, you will start feeling less panic when you lose your erections. We have to start changing what we call our sexual script. And here are a few ways you can do that. The concept of sex is for you is one of my favorite concepts to teach all of my clients. And this is a concept that's important for everyone to understand, not just penis owners. Sex is for you states that sex should be driven by what turns you on and not the goal of helping others achieve an orgasm or for you to achieve an orgasm. If everyone can focus on what turns them on, instead of caring so much about the other person, this will then create an open communication and expression of our wants and desires. You can still make sure the other person is enjoying their experience while you're enjoying it yourself. Let's look at an example. If I am performing oral sex on someone, which is typically seen as an act of pleasure for the other person, if I can hone in on why I'm enjoying it and what turns me on, then it's only going to drive me to enjoying the experience overall. If instead I'm focusing on, I have to do this for my partner, then I'm not gonna wanna engage with something. There's gonna be no motivation there. So if we can remember to focus on our pleasure and communicate through an intimate interaction, then the goals of penetration or orgasm may wash away and not feel so pertinent. Next up, let's talk about mindful masturbation. When is the last time you masturbated without erotica? Meaning without pictures, videos, porn. While porn does not cause ED, again, porn does not cause ED, the shame that we can experience after watching it can. Also, the reliance that we create on porn to help us become aroused can definitely impact whether or not we get an erection. Porn is not bad, but when it comes to ED, we need to get back in tune with our bodies. So let's get back to basics. Try masturbating without any visual stimulation. Start exploring your body in different ways. Touch different body parts. Tickle, pinch, and caress different body parts, seeing what feelings and sensations arise within you. When it comes to being mindful during intimacy, remember to hone in on temperature, texture, and pressure. Start mimicking positions you are in actual partnered sex. If you're kneeling, kneel. If you're standing, stand. If you're on your stomach, get on your stomach. Remember, here, we're looking to create new sexual scripts. And if it doesn't work the first time you try it, don't panic. You didn't learn how to ride your bike the first time you did it. So give yourself some time to refocus and zone back into your body. You'll be shocked to see how quickly you remember how your body feels without erotica. And lastly, let's look at a skill that you can start doing right now. Sometimes we can get really hooked into our thinking. We can use a ton of I am statements that perpetuate a negative feedback loop for ourselves. So instead of saying, I must get an erection, start saying, I'm having the thought that I must get an erection. This provides way more flexibility in thinking because we have the power to control our thoughts. We can start challenging it. Once we unhook from the I am statement, we can then start reminding ourselves of everything that we have talked about in this video. Use a new mantra, and instead of focusing on an erection, focus on pleasure. See if that helps. To wrap up, I named this video, You Don't Need Viagra, Tips to Address Erectile Disorder, because as a sex therapist, I see too many penis owners relying on PDE5 inhibitors. Show yourself some love and focus on changing your scripts to ones of grace, pleasure, and fulfillment instead of shame, pressure, and expectations. That's all I got. Hopefully you learned a little bit in this video about erectile disorder and start using it today if you're a penis owner. Please comment down below any experiences that you've had with erectile disorder or more tips that have worked for you. And also please like and subscribe. I love doing these videos and making this content, and it really helps push that sex education and sex positivity in this world. Until next time.